1 and 2.
2 and 3.
We are ready. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. You are watching KUHS The Stream, and this is the Weekend Boost. I am your host, Paul Lane, author of The Caregiver's Handbook, a self-help love story. I've been up here talking about this book for 5 years, guys. I'm surprised that more of you haven't reached out to get a copy of this. Please get this book in your hands. It's a useful tool. 1 out of 2 of us will be in long-term care at some time in our lives. You may be or know someone who is in long-term care or as a caregiver of someone. This is a useful tool. It's called a handbook for a reason. Get this book in your hands. Also, you know, if you've watched the show, you know that I'm a big supporter of CALMA, Colorado Alliance for Latino Mentors and Authors, and I always promote the anthology Ramas y Raíces, Roots and Branches, Branches and Roots. A wonderful collection of short stories, essays, and poetry from local Chicano Latino authors. Please make sure and get it in your hands. Every week for the last 3 months, I've been talking about this book. We are in tyranny right now, my friends. We are in tyranny. Timothy Snyder wrote this book, and if you don't believe that he thought about it and believed what he was writing, he left the country for his own safety because he knows how vicious and harmful this administration is. So I recommend, look at this, it's a very small, short read. It's a great book. Please get this book in your hand. Guys, today we're going to do a little bit of just, I guess you could call it freelance. You could call it just a little, open talk. But we're going to talk about current events right now and things that you should know, and things that are going on around you, and things that really affect you. And I'm joined today by Jefe himself, Mr. Henry Archuleta.
Hey, how are you, brother? We're going to talk a lot
man.
about this kind of stuff, my
Yes,
God.
we are. Yes, we are.
Lord have mercy.
Man, I got some things to share with you.
And, we can start it out by this Putin felon that met, well, they're 2 war criminals. That's right on point, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
We both know they're war criminals. Now, why would you spend so much money? They could have saved a lot of money on Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Just go through Zoom.
It's all for show. Donald Trump wants one thing. He wants to get the Nobel Peace Prize.
For what?
Well, think about this. He's going all around the world, Henry. He's trying to broker peace deals while he's creating war in the homeland.
It's and we're going to talk about this today about the military and what you do.
Yes.
You sign up to defend against foreign
and domestic. All enemies.
Yes, and so we know we have a domestic enemy going on. There are so many, and we're going to say right or wrong, people who still support him no matter what he does.
No matter what. They will defend anything from the grab him by the all the way down to he's a pedophile on the list.
Yes.
He's a rapist. He is a convicted rapist.
A convicted felon.
He's a convicted fraudster. 31 felonies, 91 indictments, and they still defend him. I can't understand that. I never could, but I kind of started seeing it from the time I first saw the special where they talked about grab him by the hoo-ha.
Yeah, so and he's out there saying these things about women. He did away with the women's rights. He's doing away with all
and continues to do so.
RE rights. They've just twisted this thing about, they brought it up and they say, I'm woke.
I'm woke.
And they twisted that to
and
make
woke
it
is a bad thing.
Now
what's the opposite of woke? I'm asleep. That's what they want. They want you to be asleep.
They twisted that woke into, I'm woke, and to make it sound really bad, you know what I mean? And so we're, you and I have been around a long time. We've watched all this kind of hoo-ha and all this nastiness from a lot of these presidents. It's not just him. I mean,
no, it's not just Democrat or Republican. But it's really the power structures that be.
That's right. And there's this Native American lady I post up there, and she talks about this. She goes, this was created strictly for the Caucasian Europeans. This whole thing, if you even read the Constitution in there, it doesn't talk about your natives, it doesn't talk about your blacks and Nothing. It says only about what they do. All men are created equal.
And they were all landowners and all slave owners.
And how they own this land.
Mm-hmm.
They just took it. And they even posted Indian land $10 for 10 acres.
Yep.
And what right do they have to go, hey, I'm going to go sell your land for $10 and, let all the squatters come and take it over?
Oh, man. I'm going to tell you a quick story about myself. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm good. This is what it was all about.
So and I've told this story before, but think about these words carefully. My great-grandfather was a Mexican citizen. He was born in a town called Plaza de Leon. His son, my grandfather, was an American citizen, and he was born on the same exact plot of land his dad was born on.
Oh, Lord.
We didn't cross the border. The border crossed us. You know what they call that town now? Walsenburg, Colorado. The town where they're trying to build another concentration camp, Henry.
Yes, I know. And they're trying to put it there. They're just north of here, and I used to deal with this prison. It's in Hudson, Colorado, and it's run by the big company GEO.
Mm-hmm. Geo.
And I dealt with the guy, the warden, and hell, he still talked like that, like it was from the South. He says,
Mm-hmm.
These are my people,
Mm-hmm.
and if they're good, they're in there for life. I'll give them a candy.
Mm-hmm. Private prisons equal slavery.
Yes, and they get them in there, and they do all these things very cheaply, inexpensively. They bought a bunch of computers from me. What are you using for the computers? Oh, we're doing all this data
Collection
and data entry.
Data entry, huh?
And they're getting it for free or for cheap. All they get paid $1 an hour. $1 an hour? That's slavery.
That's slavery.
Hmm?
That is slavery.
And they continue doing this. Now, these Geo, and there's the other one, I forgot the name of them, they also
Cortec or something like that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And they're getting extremely wealthy on doing this. And so they need to make the money, and the way they do it is just go pick people at random off the streets and throw them in there, and they get some money off it, $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
And then they use these thugs there's probably 1,500 of those ones he let out of prison. I know they're in there.
You know that some of them are involved
Yeah.
in this, absolutely.
And then they're advertising you can go work for ICE and stuff, and I applied, but they almost picked me up. Whoa.
We don't know if you're prisoner or prey.
And it went that way, So we have a good time talking about these kind of things that we know what's going on. And we had a book show that I showed you that was this guy who did it with AI.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God, is that interesting stuff? And
what did he do with AI, Henry?
well, what they did is he went out and used AI at a 500 IQ and did this whole development of the man, and they redacted his name by saying, the subject.
Yes.
They used the word.
Well,
the
we all
subject.
know. Just
Yeah.
like when someone says he's a dumbass, all of America knows who we're talking about. I'll leave that at that. IQ of 74.
If that.
If that. He's probably pushing that.
That's funny. So he went out and did this, and then he also asked AI the opinion of what he's asking about these questions and what he was like since he was a young boy all the way to now. And AI came back with some heavy-duty opinions that he's guilty, he is just evil, he's got all these personality disorders, he's got extreme, almost zero empathy.
Compassion?
No
Nothing.
compassion, nothing. He's like a dead being walking around doing anything he wants for himself, and this is just the way he was born.
Mm-hmm.
And even, I think it was his sister or somebody, or his mother even, put out this stuff about him.
His mashed potato story? Have you heard the
Yeah,
mashed potato
it's
story?
like,
Yeah.
Jesus, criminy. You wonder, how did this individual get in there? Well, it was the backing of all these extremely rich billionaires who knew they could put somebody as,
A puppet.
yes, up in there and do what he wants. Now, who's missing now? The immigrant
Oh,
from
man.
Africa,
Oh, yeah.
Doge or whatever they how it
Oh,
is.
yeah, that immigrant. Yeah.
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 And all of a sudden he's missing in action. You don't see him no more.
Not a word.
Nowhere.
And Tesla stocks dropping like
Everything.
a rock.
And that's why, probably, because he didn't realize that there would be a backfire of some sort from getting into politics with. I mean, he gets these billion-dollar contracts with this guy, and then all of a sudden he comes out, we got to start, going to space more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so we can get some more billion-dollar contracts.
Yeah.
Well, he starves the poor people or may.
And it's all funneling money into Tesla, into Elon Musk's pocket.
Yes, and then in this case, he also wants to, as you see behind me, infiltrate D.C. and throw all the homeless out.
Oh yes, and where's he taking them, Henry?
Into the prisons.
To concentration camps.
Yes, that's where the bucks comes. Remember I was telling you? They start making a hell of a. He can't put them nowhere. So, they just put them in there and just kill them off as we need them. You know.
Yeah, that's I can't see any other possibility.
Yeah, well, and he don't realize a lot of these individuals that are homeless are the military, people who have PTSD, who have come back. Their lady has given them the Dear John letter, ran off with everything. There's all these variables of why those people are homeless.
People who have cancer, people who have had a terminal illness in their families. Yes. Believe me, I've seen it.
It made them go broke, and they're just in the streets trying to make.
Because of the outrageous inflation that we've seen.
Oh no, according to him.
The economy's great.
Yeah, and the stocks are, what stocks? Who? For whom?
The Dow Jones is not America. The Dow Jones is a segment, a very small segment of America.
And the banks, Chase, has their own stock market within the bank on 3 floors. And they really manipulate it with all that money,
So it sounds like capitalism has taken a wrong turn.
Big time. Well, it's because of the individuals that are in there.
Yeah.
And you have that many billionaires just looking at themselves. And there's a book in business called The 13 Questions in Ethics. And one of them is, and I've always put this to a lot of people, if you had control of a big country like Trump does, and you had to save 5,000 filthy rich people or 250,000 poor people, which way would you swing? You see which way he's swinging. Get rid of all those poor people.
250,000 out the door.
And that's his ethics. None. He has no ethics. He has no business ethics.
Well, he's definitely an ethically, morally bankrupt individual. I mean, we've seen that through the years, ever since the 70s when he was sued, for racist practices as a property owner.
Plus, that was just a piece. Now, this book that AI has.
Oh yes, please.
Oh Lord.
How many? It's over 100 pages.
Yes, and I'm going to bring it up here and we'll just go through a little bit of it and talk about it.
I'm down, man.
So I'm going to let you talk a little bit and I'm going to go get the book.
Well, talking about books, I always mention A People's History of the United States. And I just want to talk a little bit about this book. I know that many of you don't own it, haven't owned it. Some of you don't own it because Howard Zinn was a socialist. Because you're a socialist or a capitalist or a Republican or a Democrat, truth is truth. I'm just going to open up to one page that I was looking at just a little earlier, and it's on page 25 if you want to follow with me. I'm just going to read one page. The Virginians needed labor to grow corn for subsistence, to grow tobacco for export. They had just figured out how to grow tobacco, and in 1617 they sent off the first cargo to England, finding that, like all pleasurable drugs, tainted with moral disapproval, it brought a high price. The planters, despite their high religious talk, were not going to ask questions about something so profitable. Listen to this. They couldn't find Indians to work for them. As Columbus had done, they were outnumbered, and while with superior firearms they could massacre Indians, they would face massacres in return. They could not capture them and keep them enslaved. The Indians were tough, resourceful, defiant, and at home in these woods as the transplanted Englishmen were not. White servants had not yet been brought over in sufficient quantity. Besides, they did not come out of slavery and did not have to do more than contract their labor for a few years and get their passage and start in the New World. As for the free white settlers, many of them were skilled craftsmen and even men of leisure back in England, and who were so little inclined to work that John Smith in those early years had to declare a kind of martial law to organize them into work gangs and force them into fields just for survival. Listen to this. There may have been a kind of frustrated rage in their own intrepidity as the Indians' superiority at taking care of themselves that made the Virginians especially ready to become masters of slaves. Edmund Morgan imagines, this is the part I really want you to hear. Edmund Morgan imagines their mood as he writes in his book, American Slavery, American Freedom. If you were a colonist, you knew that your technology was superior to the Indians. You knew that you were civilized and they were savages. But your superior technology had proved insufficient to extract anything. The Indians, keeping to themselves, laughed at your superior methods and lived from the land more abundantly and with less labor than you did. And when your own people started deserting in order to live with them, it was too much. So you killed the Indians, tortured them, burned their villages, burned their cornfields. It proved your superiority in spite of your failures. You gave similar treatment to any of your own people who succumbed to their savage ways of life. But you still did not grow much corn. Black slaves were the answer. Get this book, guys. The history you were taught in 10th grade was not the history of the Americans, because you know what? The history is always written by the victors. But you know what? Sometimes it's nice to see the other side of the coin.
And it's interesting you say this because, you know how you say the victors. I've always disliked they would stuff this down my throat, and I knew, I said, that don't look right.
Mm-hmm.
They'd show you, this is the father of your country, and they'd show George Washington with a ruffled blouse, pedal pushers,
Mm-hmm.
powdered wig. I go, isn't that the mother of my country? You go to the principal's office. We want to show you this. This is incredible. Now, we did a show with Cringeworthy. And now we're going to move it forward into the technology that's available nowadays, and that's AI. And AI reached out to talk a lot about this individual, and it indacted back to the subject.
You did a basic analysis
Yes,
of this
and it went
person.
character assessment.
Assessment. Mm-hmm.
And so you look at just some of these things in here. It's like, it says, just for one, the casinos. His debt was $250 million in casino debt. Overall, $550 million with the related hotel. So what he did, it went bankrupt. Filed bankruptcy. How do you bankrupt a casino?
Mm. That's a money machine. How do you bankrupt a casino?
A casino. And it has repetitively. Then another hotel, casinos and properties, bankruptcy filed in 2004. $1.8 billion. Entertainment resorts, bankruptcy filed in February 2009.
Mm.
And it just goes on, and then it gives you say, tell AI, give me your opinion. Not you, not me.
It's an objective opinion.
That's right.
Based on analysis done
by a 500 IQ
individual, computer.
Mm-hmm. And so it just goes on, telling
page after page after page.
It's just nonstop. I mean, firing the FBI directors, anybody that got in his way. This Deutsche Bank up here, financial ties, and all of a sudden there's leverage that's going on in the Deutsche Bank on the other side of the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And then it even talks about who was in Alaska.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who was in Alaska?
Just yesterday.
Yes, and Alaska did belong to the Soviet Union. The United States purchased it from the Soviet Union.
For pennies on the dollar.
That's right. And so the reason why they went out there, and so it cost so much money, even that B-52 bomber flying, that cost so much money just to get it up in the air and fly it, because and bug this, the pilot alone gets $17,000 just to move it. He's a specialty type of pilot.
Not to mention that Donald Trump spent 25% of his time in the golf course since he's been elected. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to throw that in there as we were talking about waste.
And so this Cringeworthy, you can get it on Amazon. It's not a book per se. It's done by AI. You want to get into the latest and the greatest of artificial intelligence and what it can do for us, to actually know what's in there in our White House.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't belong to us. It belongs to him. He's cleaning up D.C.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you think of this? Cleaning up D.C.
Well,
now,
I think this
about
is
and we were
we were talking about him releasing the National Guard on troops. So let me give you a little bit of history. 1914, April 20th, in Ludlow, Colorado, there's a mine where Rockefeller, who owned that mine, called in the National Guard, and the governor of Colorado approved it, and the National Guard came in and killed 25 people, 11 of which were children, by the National Guard. Fast forward. May 5th, 1970, Kent State. The National Guard was called in by the Ohio governor, and they came in and killed 2 people. I don't know how many they wounded. The National Guard.
It was 4, I think.
And 11 days later, they killed 4 people in Jackson, Mississippi. That was by the Jackson police.
Jesus.
Because they were peacefully protesting Cambodia. Because they were peacefully protesting the illegal war America implemented against the Vietnamese people who didn't even know America was a country.
Had no clue.
Did not have any hate. Did you ever hear Muhammad Ali talk about Vietnam?
And they put him in prison.
And they put him in prison. Why do I want to go kill those people? They don't hate me. They ain't never done nothing to me.
Nobody called me a N-word.
An N-word? Nobody ever called me an N-word there.
You guys do.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't.
And so there's a lot of complexity in that. But there's also a other side of that coin that people don't see.
Now here's the thing that I was, there's a gal on, I posted her up too, and she's, look at, I'm white, but I can't figure this one out. Where is this white America? They're getting rid of all the Latinos, they're throwing all the Asians, the blacks, and all this immigrants that have made America, they built America. So where is your culture? You're going to go eat over at Taco Bell or a Mexican food restaurant, and then you're going to watch football, which is all dominated by mainly the African Black American society, and basketball, everything. And so what are you going to do?
Baseball's dominated by Latinos.
Are you going to go to Las Vegas and get your hotel cleaned by who?
Well, yeah, who's going to clean your room? Who's going to wash your dishes?
And that's failing. Do you know that? What happened in Vegas?
Oh, Vegas is going under. Tips are down over 50%.
Big time. Nobody's even going there.
The Canadians won't even come to America anymore.
Heck with that.
So we've been isolating. He's been isolating us. It's intentional. Have you ever heard the term Trump is Krasnov, Krasnov? Look it up.
The other thing, now this is interesting. Now I've been watching, just watch what this character, like that says, the character. He brought the guy from Israel here. You remember him coming? No, Natalyu, I can't even pronounce his name. He's got the big ears.
Benjamin Milikowski. Well, that's his real name. Milikowski.
Yeah.
He's Polish. He's not
Israel.
He's not no indigenous Israeli. No.
Now, as soon as he left and he went back, what was this? What did he say? We're going to have to take over all of Gaza and get all those people out of there.
Yeah, he says we're not even going to have to buy it. We're just going to get it.
Yes, and that's what he said. We're just going to offensively go in there and take it away from them.
Yeah.
And where's all the people going to go? I don't know. We're going to just chase them into the other countries.
We've heard this story before.
And right now they're genociding by starving kids.
Starvation.
Starvation is the worst way to go. I mean, one of the very worst way to go.
Yep.
And so you look at this. Now, here's another point that I want to make. Who came to Alaska?
That's right.
And so I'm kind of getting nervous because he's weakened this country big time. He got rid of generals that are very, very bright on how to do, war games and
the Department of Justice,
Nespeth or whatever, Hespeth, drunk Hespeth in there.
No, Whiskey Leaks, Pete. Mr. Meritocracy. You know what? Oh, go ahead.
No, you gotta.
So we're talking about meritocracy, and I don't want to bounce around too much because we got a lot to talk about. But Pete Meritocracy has eliminated all heroes from the records, the Chicano and Black, because we hold all the medals. We are the heroes. We're the most dedicated, patriotic, American dedicated people. But we also understand a vow.
And see, here's the thing about this: trying to erase everything, trying to get everything out of the Smithsonian. That he was impeached twice, trying to get everything off the walls and erase everything off the Pentagon, like you said. You can't do it. You cannot erase
the women, all the women heroes, all the women contributors. He wants them all erased.
Now,
so that's not merit. That's you know what? That's knocking down all the other buildings so yours could be the tallest.
These trans that are in the service, 30 years in there, they're ready to retire. He took away their retirement.
Took away their retirement benefits.
Everything. Why? What if he was out? He's never been in the military.
No, he's never served. 5 times drafted, deferred.
Yes, check it out.
As was his father.
Now, if he was out there in the front lines and he got shot, hurt, and if somebody came to save him and it was a chance, no, you can't save me. I need somebody else. He would be crying like a baby.
Yeah, but his wounds heal very fast.
That was totally. Everybody knows that was staged.
That was fixed.
You don't go up there.
Did you ever hear anything else about the shooter? Not a thing. Not a thing.
And then you don't stand up and the Secret Service grabbing you, letting you stand up, and they cover you and drop you down low.
They drop you to the ground.
Yes.
You don't stand up and say, with ketchup on your face. Come on. I saw his ear the next day. That's why I went around with the damn Kotex on my ear to show everybody what it felt from my perspective.
So bad. This has been, he's not fooling anybody with the age and the day of this AI, with all this technology we have going here with these smartphones that everybody can use. You and I have been around a long time. We're freedom fighters. We've been doing this a long, long time.
Yes.
And you and I can, it's like dodge the crap and see right through. It's like, are you kidding me? Now there's a lot of people like us too that see it too.
And more are waking up to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so I think they don't show the huge crowd in LA protesting.
Oh yes, talk about music festivals. So the media, if you notice, the American media will not show any of the, we call them music festivals. They're the protests that are going on in Portland, in California, in Los Angeles, and now in Washington, D.C., and Chicago,
and
all over the
York,
world.
yes.
By the way, mark your calendars for September 1st, because this is the National Blackout Day. Protest is not stopping this.
No.
Writing your congressman, calling them is not stopping this.
No.
We have to do it in only one way. It's in our hands. We have to stop the economy. September 1st, I'm going all the way. Well, you know what? I stopped participating 3 years ago.
Yes.
After the genocide in Palestine. But September 1st, don't go to work. September 1st, don't buy anything. Don't buy clothes, don't buy food, don't buy gas, don't buy anything. Help us out, man. Help yourself out.
That'll put a cringe on anybody.
So while we're on that, I want to talk about resistance. You notice I wore my MAGA shirt today? Mexicans ain't going anywhere. Oh yeah, you know what? Someone says, yeah, we got you taken. We got the Mexicans taken out. No, they're gone. You've done it before, pal. This is the third time. It's not the first. You know, just like the wall, we'll get over it. You know, my family, like countless millions of others, had their land and their whole culture and their history all wiped out and stolen from them. So you wonder why they're coming back in here? American-Mexican War was the war America can't remember, and the war Mexico will never forget.
And what's nice, now here's what's cool about what you said. What's the purpose of this wall?
It's racism.
That's all it is.
It's complete race. There's no war. There's no wall in Canada.
Oh, that's just here. You see this wall. You can't come in, but you want to fly over there to, do your little, you want to do your vacation and all your things in Mexico and go see the culture. And it's so big and so beautiful out there. There's nothing negative. Their economy's flourishing. Of course, they've got a good president. It's a female who knows and understands. She walks
all
out.
About that, man.
She can walk out amongst all the people
without guards. Yeah. And they hug her and they embrace her.
And they better not try to do anything there, because I think 1 million people would jump that.
Oh yeah. She's doing good for the country.
Yes.
America is going to be surpassed by so many countries through our isolationism, by our racism, by our tariffs are ridiculous.
That's just another word for taxation on the American people.
To raise tax for the rich.
Yeah, we got them. You didn't get nobody. Nope. You're getting your American people. And this guy,
we're paying that tax.
He's a big sellout. He's always saying he loves Trump, but watch with the terrorists. What are you talking about, dude? You don't even know. You're like, it's not about, and I tell him, it's not about Republicans or Democrats, and because I always say right wing or left wing, they're on the same bird.
Same bird.
Except who is running that bird? Who's flying that bird? And so you see it like I do. It's like, okay, what are you talking about? Tariffs have never worked.
Have never worked.
Ever.
Historically, there has never been a tariff that's been beneficial to the American people. But then again, this man in the Oval Office has never done anything to help the American people.
He's destroying America right now. Take over the Kennedy Center and then try to rename it the Millennia Center.
No, what about his ballroom, Henry?
Oh, wait. They took out the Rose Garden and put all this
parking lot.
Well, maybe they were burying somebody underneath there like they did Hoffa.
Well, like his wife who died and was cremated and took 10 men to carry the coffin. This is not a lie. This is a fact.
And Melania was given to him by Epstein. Yeah, I don't know if you know that. That's where she comes from. Yeah.
I heard she
Melania was, they said she was this model. She was not a model. She was a high-powered, high-paid escort. You see her all over the net with
with their naked pictures. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And so.
But it's AI.
No.
Long before AI came out, these pictures were available.
No, it's so neat. I've got the AI component that will tell you. You can just pop it over the top of a picture and tell you where it comes from and if it's real or not. So there's this new technique that's out there with AI that can tell you, is this a real picture or not? It says, these are real. This is what did this book.
This is real, man.
This is real. And it goes out there and gives you its opinion. It tells you if it's real or not. And the tower in Moscow, you guys have to read this one. The tower of Moscow, he built these 250 condo units, 150 hotel rooms and spa. All of it, and it was financed by the Kremlin, BTB Bank.
Do you remember when his sons came on and said, Russia's helping us get money?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's like openly saying it. It's like, okay.
And it's another one that slipped by. I didn't hear that.
And I like what Joe Biden's son, have you heard him on YouTube? Oh my God, he just came out and says, effing some, oh shut the F up, Melania, you nasty pig. And they're trying to sue him because he says it. I mean, he is just like we were talking in the street. You know,
on their level.
Yes.
When they go low, you got to go lower sometimes.
Yeah, so when they're not on screen or talking, they're on the side, they're nasty. And then they got this really nasty lady, and she looks like Tales of the Crypt, but fixed up where she comes out and, oh no, the president, she's this.
Oh, KK Caroline?
Yeah. And she looks like, if you just take her apart, she looks like that guy of Tales of the Crypt. She's like, yeah.
Or as Donald Trump said, those lips.
Yeah, you know what
coming from Donald Trump, and then he said, oh, is she in the room?
Yeah. Jesus.
His perversion I'm sorry, I don't see that as a compliment. I see that as just an offensive, derogatory way of describing a woman.
And what I think is going to go down, and it's going to happen real shortly here, he's really rubbing certain people the wrong way. There's a few that he's rubbing the wrong way, and I think they are planning to somehow take one for the team.
Yep. And the elite are just using him up like
crazy. Yeah. All the rich, filthy rich billionaires, they're like, here, put stupid up there. He'll block him for us. And that's what's going on. You and I see, and I go, and he does what they want. And this is crazy. Let's talk about the military, what you can and cannot do.
So let me tell you a little bit of history, guys. In 1875, there was a law passed. It was a law that said military people cannot intervene in public affairs as far as law enforcement. It was called the Posse Comitatus Act.
And what's he doing?
He is arresting people without due process. So what is due process?
Habeas corpus.
Habeas corpus. What is habeas corpus?
They asked
Donald Trump.
No, they asked Noam.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
No, she says it gives the president the right to arrest people. She goes, no, wrong. They have to have due process. You got that wrong. And the senator was.
And she's the head of Homeland Security or whatever she.
Yeah,
DNI.
I don't know what she is.
Director of National Intelligence.
She's a mess. She's another one from Tales of the Crypt.
She's puppeted by another cult leader from Hawaii. All her life, she was raised and hand-fed and hand-raised and groomed by another cult member, extremist, radical, right, fascist American. From the American Fascist Party.
Keep going, man.
Hey, man, that's what they're calling him all over the world, guys. If you are a member of the Republican Party, you are now known as the American Fascist Party by the entire world. Go to France, American Fascist Party. Germany, American Fascist Party.
Oh, so here's the thing. You were talking about when you're inducted into the military or you join or whatever. What is the rules of...
The day that you sign up for the military, you are required to hold up your right hand and say a vow to the United States Constitution, not to a president, not to a leader, not to a general, not to anyone, the U.S. Constitution. I will uphold and defend the U.S. Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. There's no end on that vow.
And domestic. Now, there's a problem here with this domestic stuff. He's putting the military around us now. He's going after certain blue. He went after the blue states. He's like sending
only to blue states.
Yeah, he's like sending. And my brother says, he says it's funny. You send one rat into you know, LA, there's like thousands upon thousands upon thousands of Latinos there.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to put up with this.
Nope.
And then his cult starts saying, "Oh, look at them rioting and tearing up things." No, they're defending themselves.
I've seen interviews with the cops of LA and the people, and they're saying every time you show up, the violence starts.
That's
Who's
right.
escalating it?
Yes.
You are escalating it.
That's right. Yes.
This is true. Everything we're saying is true. The things that are happening, you guys, you have no idea. The music festivals that are going on in California have been going on for 6 weeks, day and night, 7 days a week. People are lined up by the thousands, but American media will not show it to you.
Well, he's controlling that right now. Remember, he did the.
Yes, all of the lawsuits that he's done on CBS, and they paid him.
And
they capitulate.
Yeah, so they won't. It's just a few filthy, well, extremely wealthy individuals that own these stations. But there are tons of podcasts. There's KUHS, of course, which is independent. He went and shut down NPR and public radio, and so it's going to affect like maybe KUVO, Channel 6, going to affect all these people. They'll still be there, but it's going to
they're going to really be restricted or on funding.
On funding. And so he does that because if you go look at some of the shows they present, it's good stuff.
They put out factual information that he is opposed to.
That's right.
He doesn't like it when people say he's a pedophile.
No.
He doesn't like that. He doesn't like it when they say he has the lowest rating of any president in history. And he does.
And I don't see, and we talked about this, there's a method in when you promote something, you market something, there's key words. And his...
Oh, man.
Yeah, and like one of them is, they all love to say this, and they parrot it, fake news.
Fake news, fake
Those
news.
two
Witch
words.
hunt.
Well, they haven't, I haven't...
That's when he's accused of something.
Yeah.
Or when he's convicted of something.
Well, we are witch hunting you.
You're the witch.
You are a witch. And so the fake news is one of them. If you listen carefully, they use these particular words, and his people parrot it. And one of them that came out is, and they brought it out about Joe Biden, and they says, "Hello, Brandon," or something about Brandon. Remember that?
Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. That was so dumb. I couldn't understand it.
No.
Only their side understood it. And there's all these variables that go on with how to market him.
Oh, before I forget.
No, go ahead.
Marketing. If you have been watching TV, guys, I don't watch American media. I watch Al Jazeera. And they're even buying airtime on Al Jazeera, this administration.
Yeah.
And they're saying, look at the big, beautiful tax bill. And they're saying, we got permanent tax cuts for the rich.
Yeah.
You know what? Turn the TV off.
That's right.
When you see that, mute it, because I guarantee you, he has hired people who do psychological brainwashing.
And there it is.
And that's how he's manipulating you through his "this is a beautiful bill" commercial. Shut that TV off.
That's the other line that I was going to get to.
Sorry.
No, that's it. You hit it. The big, beautiful bill. And now everybody was parroting that. You know, they kept parroting that line, and that's one of them that...
So there's a psychological brainwash when you say beautiful.
That word.
You start thinking, because Joseph Goebbels, the propaganda minister of Adolf Hitler, said that if you repeat a lie often enough, it becomes truth.
That's right.
Do not listen to that propaganda.
And see, like I was telling you, there's all these podcasts and all these live streams and all these things that are going on that people are coming out. There was two gals that came out, and they did something on Nome, and they were talking about the propagated stuff that she does.
Oh.
How she changes clothes, how she props up.
She makes her commercial. Oh yeah, how she poses and stuff. Yeah.
Making that awful commercial about you better deport yourself. And what the hell are you talking about? Why don't you deport yourself and get the hell out of that office up there? You know. But she gets paid so much money, has a private jet. That's how she likes it. You know, that's why she's doing it. And she was. I don't know if you know this, but she divorced her husband because she was playing around with her.
Oh yeah, I heard this.
There's all this.
The dog shooter. She's got so many flaws.
Well, now here, let's get to the cartoon, and it's like South Park is kicking ass all over them. I don't know if you heard of South Park.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw parts and bits and pieces of each.
Gosh,
the first episode.
Trump with his little tiny thing, jumping in bed with the devil. And he says, I don't want to have sex with you. You got a little one. Get out of my bed.
When the kid calls home and says, Jesus is here.
They got Nome's face melting because she has all the Botox and stuff. They really are kicking the hell out of him. And who would have thought a cartoon would tear him to pieces?
Mm-hmm.
They're trying
Comedy.
to put a stop to it, and they can't.
Mm-hmm.
And they're making billions off of it because everybody's logging in to see this.
Oh yeah, people are dying to see it. They're living to see it. And then it's wonderful because it really is exposing things that people aren't seeing.
In cartoon form.
Yes.
It's like, and it's so good. It's so well done. I think, man, who would ever thought that would have came about? Or like this AI generated message on this book. Get it on Amazon, called Cringeworthy. You want to read?
Find out for yourself an objective point of view from a very high IQ.
Yeah, high IQ, 500 IQ, and you can put it into your Kindle and stuff and read it, and you think, you won't believe what you're going to read. It's like, this person is in charge of our country, but you can see the damage he's doing. You can see it. It's
Yes, you
obvious.
can. Yes, you can.
And then the spending of the money. Overspending the money. You know, it's like, how much does it cost to move that big, huge jet with another jet with all his cars and everything to the golf course in Holland? And everybody hated him over there. Get out of here.
Oh yeah, in Ireland, they're in Scotland. Where does he have a golf course? They're pooping in the golf. They're goofing in the holes. I'm sorry, but that was funny. I'm not sorry. That was funny.
Have you ever seen Robin Williams do a joke about the golf course? And what, you come over here and you shoot a little ball into gopher holes? It's pretty dumb.
He had a great perspective on things.
Oh, always.
I want to, just before I want to continue back on that Posse Comitatus Act. So the Posse Comitatus Act said that you cannot intervene with civil orders. So you cannot become a police officer. That's one thing he's doing. Now we're finding out that hundreds and hundreds of National Guardsmen have refused to show up in California.
With that, using the
Now, there's a little bit more to this, and let me see. According to UCMJ, which is the Uniform Code of Military Justice, Article 92 says that if you disobey a lawful order, you can be court-martialed. Now, that's the key word, lawful, Henry.
Yes, this is unlawful, right?
It's unlawful. It is unlawful according to an 1875 law. That is not archaic. That is still relevant today. Now, if you were in the military and you have been called up to go serve or go and do this, then I implore you, refuse that order, because Article 92 of the UCMJ says lawful order. You are being asked to follow unlawful orders. If you detain, if you fire upon, if you do harm to a civilian, you are in complete contradiction to the law and your country.
Completely. And look what he's doing in D.C.
And he's turning them loose in D.C. Guess what?
And in L.A.
And all over the country, wherever he can. And he's announced more.
Yes.
You know what? You better beware, Donald Trump, because in South Korea they tried that, and it's going to come out, and it's going to bite you in the ass.
They drag you out of your little palace there, and they kick your ass.
Yes.
That's what they literally do. You'll jump in your jet and fly out to maybe Moscow.
Moscow. Yeah. Friendly country. But if you were in the military, you must refuse those orders.
I seen somebody online doing exactly what you said. It was a female. She goes, I am refusing those orders, and if they want to do this, I can go and...
They're not a lawful order.
That's not. She
No,
goes,
it's an awful order.
Yes, it's exactly what you said. And she was saying, and there was like about 9 other ones behind her, and more. They're all saying, no, this is wrong.
This is not happening.
What are they patrolling? Well, they're not police. They're not. Even the Los Angeles Sheriff's and Police Department was saying, we can handle this. What is wrong with you? We're huge. We don't need you guys here. And then he sent all the ICE as well as, and then they beat up like a field worker, and it's the ICE guarding the police officers guarding the ICE and the military guarding all 3 of them against an unarmed man that they're beating up.
In a field, picking food.
Yeah.
They're not criminals. There's
all.
no such thing as an illegal human being.
And where do they get this? That's their key to make everybody.
That's their little racist tendency. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
look at those people over there.
Those illegals.
Those and like
if they're not on stolen land.
It's a misdemeanor to come across here.
It's a civil law. It's not
this like you're this criminal and
yeah.
Everything he says that they are is what he is.
Projection.
Yes, and that's what he's doing.
You know, his own wife should be deported by his standards.
Yes, and she should
and half
be
his
here.
kids.
Yes.
All of his kids.
And so with that Doge guy.
Oh, that Doge guy needs to go,
Boy,
man.
he's came in here on an illegal visa.
Henry, did you know that since he turned 18, he's been making $308 a minute?
See?
$308 a minute?
Yes. And he don't care about you or me. He'll cut all your jobs. That's why he got that thing up there saying, I'm going to cut everybody out. I hate everybody.
I hate Americans.
Uh-huh.
And now we find out that Doge has cost Americans way more than it saved.
It never saved nothing.
It never saved no money.
Yeah,
They said it was $1 billion.
What? If you take all the jobs away, of course you're going to.
Of course you're going to save
Save
the
some
money.
money,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
And
you know how
what's
many
the
people
point?
are with jobless now?
Yeah, what was the
Boy,
point?
what a win, huh?
Yeah, what was the point?
Yeah.
To do.
It was to escalate or to actually funnel money into his own coffers.
That's right, so he can get that. I think he got a $3 billion contract right after that for those spaceships that keep exploding.
Keep exploding, yeah. And, you know, and Donald Trump says, let them eat cake as he plans his $100 million ballroom. The White House is 50,000 square foot. This ballroom is going to be 80,000 square feet. Henry.
What's it for?
This thing isn't even slated to start until 2029, till he's out of office.
Yeah.
He's intending to stay there. He's making it clear, everybody, wake up. It's time to wake up, America. It's time to resist.
Yes. And then, what is he doing anyway? What they should do is just get some bulldozers and level that place.
Yeah.
And rename it something else instead of the White House.
Yeah, it's a people's house.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's an appropriately named, building because that's really what it serves.
Yes.
Guys, resistance. Resistance. I want to talk a little bit about resistance. I wear my shirt, MAGA. Mexicans ain't going anywhere, as resistance. I'm growing my hair long as resistance. I don't go to any fast food. I don't go to any chain restaurant, a fast food chain. I go to restaurants, but I only go to local. I only go to food trucks. I only go to privately owned, woman-owned, and people of color-owned businesses. I haven't bought a new pair of shoes in 3 years. I just bought a pair yesterday. First pair in 3 years. Because I refuse. I haven't bought a new cell phone since 2023, since October 7th when I needed a phone. My wife and I are still using the same phones because Congo is having a genocide, because Sudan is having a genocide, because people in Nairobi
did away with U.S. aid, killed all the farmers' money,
killed tens of thousands of people,
and took out, I think, 11 farms so far, giant farms, where they relied on making all this wheat to send to the USA people just to make them survive.
Yep.
It was just survival, food. That's it. Food and a few drugs to help them keep from getting sick.
And right now the Texas farmers are reporting that 100% of their workforce has disappeared. And all the food prices are going to go sky high.
They're not talking too much about that, are they?
No, you're not hearing that. I hear it on, because I
on
use
the other-
alternative
yeah,
information.
Yeah, that's where it's coming. There's, I think, 14 farmers over in LA.
Major.
Yes, big giant setups. Their avocados, their oranges, everything is spoiling.
On the vine.
One was even crying as a man, an older man. He's like, I don't look at my farm. Look what his guy's done.
But then he says, but it's okay, Donald. We still love you.
Yeah,
You destroyed my life, but
Yeah,
I love you.
Yeah, see, and I think there's a turn going on right now.
Guys, it's time to wake up. If you've been supporting that, it's time to really see the big picture.
Yes, and what's his point? Well, he wants to be a dictator. He wants to be the main man. The BBMFIC is what he wants to be. The big bad mother effer in charge.
So resist. We resist. We resist by not participating. We resist by wearing our regalia. We resist by, I quit Facebook. I deleted Facebook, and it hurt me because I put all my shows on there, and I archived my shows on there. I've canceled Instagram. I've canceled WhatsApp, and especially Messenger. I've canceled Netflix. I've canceled Amazon Prime. I never had HBO or Cinemax or any of those paid channels.
And are you hurting from it? No.
Heck no, I've saved thousands of dollars.
And you enjoy your backyard more.
Oh, you should see all the work I've done in my yard with all the money I've saved. I haven't bought clothes. I don't go into Walmart. I do not go in at Home Depot. I do not go in a Hobby Lobby. I never would go in a Chick-fil-A.
Well, when I go shoplifting, Walmart's my favorite.
Shoplifting is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, self-checkout, man. When you go in with your 2-pound hamburger and it says it's 4 pounds on the scale.
Yeah, and so then they come checking you. They go through the screen there and says, "What'd you do here?" I don't know. I don't know how to do this. I wasn't trained properly. You get away with it all the time.
Yeah.
You have something there about KUHS.
So I just want to, talking about resistance. So I gave you a few things that I've done. So those things that you might consider trying yourself. But there's a guy in Colorado. If you're familiar with Denver's history, the Coors Company was a discriminatory, racist company from the beginning of time. My brother has pictures of the KKK marching down West Colfax, an unending line of hoods with torches going up West Colfax to Coors. This is in the 20s and 30s, or the 30s and 40s, 50s. But those pictures remain.
Even the 60s.
And even the 60s.
Even
now they just
into
changed
the
the hoods into
70s.
suits and ties.
Even in the 70s, there was the police forces, a big majority of the KKK. The political system was KKK.
Yes, it
And
was.
that's where,
the police speared
Yes.
Stapleton.
yes,
Yeah, we name our mountains after freaking
McNichols.
genocidal murderers like Governor Evans
Yeah.
and Sheridan.
yes, and they changed Evans.
Evans, yep.
And then they threw down McNichols Sports Arena because of that. So there's a lot of things. Kurgan,
Well, Kurgan was a KKK member.
that's down too. Everything came down.
So this company, Coors, was notably racist, and so the Chicano Latino community got together and said, no more, boycott Coors. All my life since I was a kid, I never drank Coors products.
And Latinos drink beer.
And Latinos love beer, and
A
they're
lot.
very brand loyal, very brand loyal. But what we now find out is that Peter Coors is one of the authors of Project 2025. Peter Coors is one of the founding fathers of the Heritage Foundation. So who do we take this aggression out on? Let me give you a short list. Molson Coors Beverage Company owns Coors Beer, Coors Light, Coors Banquet, as well as other known brands such as Miller Lite, Molson Canadian, Carling, Blue Moon, Lankenkugels. Molson Coors is largely a publicly traded company that has been brewing beverages for over 2 centuries. They own a large portfolio of brands and have global presence with operations in several countries. Don't buy Coors products.
And they own a good chunk of Golden, right down
man.
the middle.
Yep. Don't buy Coors products, my friends. It's time to boycott Coors again. The Chicanos stopped their strike, and that's the only reason Coors remained in business. Then they went national.
And then their slogan was brewed with pure Rocky Mountain spring water. And it wasn't their water, it would belong to the Native Americans right down there. And they took them out. They killed them out.
Yep.
Killed them off and took it over.
Yep. Colonization through genocide. That's what it was called.
And
well,
what they're
that's
doing
what it's
in Gaza, what they're trying to do, actually they're trying to do that here in the States.
Well, who's training the American police force, Henry?
Yeah.
Who's training at Cop City? IDF soldiers. Who is now the moderator of TikTok? An IDF propagandist. Yeah.
And that's why I was banned off TikTok. KUHS was banned off TikTok.
You know, I don't know about you,
You
but
know.
for me, TikTok's about to be history for me.
That's
Because I'm
right.
not going to be on
Well,
their new
it's gonna-
standards.
They're going to take it off, but depending on what this felon is going to do, you know, he wants it under his control.
Well, they've announced new community guidelines that come out September 13th. You will no longer be able to say anything offensive or hurtful toward any politician.
Yes, and
Because they get butthurt.
Yeah, and they get butthurt. And then what they're trying to do, if TikTok is to survive, they want an American owner, which will be one of these billionaires that was standing behind him.
But ByteDance is owned by American people.
Yeah.
You know, over 50% of it is owned by Americans. This
Yeah.
is not anything to do with American security.
It's
This
control.
is about control of you and me and what you hear.
That's right.
They
And
don't want you
would,
enlightened.
why would they ban KUHS? Because we're independent.
Mm-hmm.
When you're independent and you can broadcast what you want, like what we're doing right now, and you know there's a lot listening to us that, and I'll show you one guy that's
Oh, yeah.
listening to us right now.
Oh yeah, we got 5,700 people listening to us
Yes,
right now,
yeah,
Henry.
And so it was big, like I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got a lot out of Japan, which is interesting. Other side of the planet.
Wow, look at that, 32%.
That's huge. That's,
Oh, 33.
that's interesting. It's-
Only 13% of our listeners are in the United States.
Well-
I keep interrupting.
Well,
sorry.
you know why. There's a reason behind that one. And like I told you, control. There's control going on us. You
Yeah.
know, and they control where they don't want us saying too much into the United States, and it's control. And I could tell. They've got the algorithms in which to control our output of where it's going to the platforms. And they use AI. And so, you know, like I was telling you, being in the IT field, you can tell what's going on. You know, you can see it, you know, you feel it. And then the type of people that contact me, like, yo, that's an eye opener. That's an eyebrow. I mean, eyebrow goes up. Oh, So, and then some of the nastiness I get, ooh,
Mhm.
and then the threats. I've showed you some of the threats, and some of it's real good. A lot of people, applaud us and applaud you, especially what you're bringing today.
Well, thank you.
And let's go over that one more time. You cannot.
Dispatch the National Guard on American civilians.
For what?
For policing, for anything.
Look at what he's doing.
The military of the United States is to protect the United States, not against its own citizens, but against foreign entities.
That's right. He thinks homeless are foreign entities.
Mm-hmm.
I think he thinks the black people, because it's dominated in D.C. with black people.
Mm-hmm.
They were going up to people's house, guys out there smoke a cigarette on his front porch. Hey, can I see an ID? What are you talking about? I live here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what are they doing? Just harassing the neighborhoods.
Yep.
And so.
Just so you know, guys, I'm going to put this out there, and I might get in trouble for this, but I'm going to say it, Henry.
Yeah.
Self-defense is not against the law. If someone comes up to you and they have a mask on and there's no license plate on their car and they have no badge and they have no badge number and they have no identity, you have the right to defend yourself with deadly force.
And now the head and the feet and the legs are a perfect spot.
Yeah.
Even if they're wearing a bulletproof vest, the head and you know how to hit.
Hey man, I'm telling you, self-defense is not against the law.
At all.
And
Because
if they're kidnapping you, that's kidnapping.
you're going to go crazy and you're going to take them. Oh, I didn't know who they were. They didn't identify themselves.
Yeah, they had a van that had no markings on it, no license plates on it.
And as soon as I said my name, which had a Spanish surname, they attacked me.
You know, my mom went out of her way to figure a way to give me a white last name. Because she said, Hito, first of all, you're going to have to work twice as hard to get half the credit in this world.
That's right.
And I tried to give you a white last name to give you an advantage, but it's never been a real advantage. It's almost been a disadvantage because I was a Chicano in a white neighborhood. I mean, a white last name in a Chicano neighborhood. So I saw racism from two sides, man.
And that's exactly right what you're saying. And what we've developed here is something really nice, especially with what you did today. It's really well done. I mean, you have a book club. I mean, it's not a club, but a show. But there's these book clubs that you brought. You brought in all these really good books. I was able to put mine up there too.
Yes.
And we'll display them both. And we can display, if you take a look at these two that I have up here.
Get your notebooks out, guys.
And you can take a look at what we got here. One of them to my far right up there on the camera, or far left, it would be Cringeworthy, done by a 500 IQ AI component computer, to let you know what that individual that's inside that White House is doing. The other one is Art Meets Espionage. Over to my left here where Paul is talking now, he's got People's History of the United States and
Howard Zinn
and on Tyranny
by Timothy Snyder.
And it's some excellent reading material what we're holding here. And you know, we know what's going on in this. We're not asleep. You know, we are wide awake. We're woke.
We're woke and proud of it.
And you know, today you did a fantastic job, Paul. It's like you touched on everything. You touched on a lot of stuff, especially the military. That's something that we want you to know. Habeas corpus is real.
Yes, due process is real.
You can't just throw that out. Everybody, all the senators are looking at all these people. You just don't throw that out of the Constitution.
And if you think that's okay, guess what? That applies to you too. If you're a Trump supporter still, that applies to you. They can kidnap you without due process. They could put you in a prison and never even tell a soul where you are.
That's right. And then ship you out to that one place.
The alligator Auschwitz?
Yeah.
Oh, guys, did you know? I've told you this before. In Germany, when they get their concentration camps, they built them in Poland.
They weren't in Germany. They were in Poland.
They were in Poland. Auschwitz was in Poland anyway.
Yeah.
He's sending people to El Salvador. Now they want to send people to Africa.
Yes.
That is a concentration camp by classic definition.
And so, with that being said,
we cannot lay back and obey in advance. We must resist. We must resist. And see, it's not one kind of resistance that's going to end this game. It's resisting in participating. It's resisting by marching. It's resisting by calling your congressman and senator. It's resisting by wearing your resistance hats and shirts, your keffiyeh.
And what's sickening is the governor of Texas he was like a puppet for trying to add 5 seats down there. And so
By jerry-rigging.
Yeah.
Gerrymandering.
And then the governor of California just did it right to them. He goes, watch
Yeah.
this.
New York can do it too.
Everybody can do it. Just change it up and add all the Democrats back in there. So get this man. He's not really a man. He's a myth.
Just like when he called Atlanta and said, I need 12,000 votes. Defend that.
What did you think of that? That was wild.
Man, guys, if you've gotten something out of today's show, shoot us a message. Make a comment on our Facebook page. Make a comment and reach out to us and tell us I hated it or I loved it.
Don't tell me I hated it.
Hey, you know, Dave Medina, you made a comment 2 weeks ago that was very, very complimentary. Thank you so much. I really am grateful, and I'm sure there was others that got something out of this.
Yeah.
Take this information and do what you will with it, but let it be constructive, positive, and reaffirming to the safety and freedom of American people.
That's right.
You notice my hair is getting longer and longer? I don't have to wear a hat today. It's still hanging out the bottom, but pretty soon it's going to be a straight ponytail. I know I've always hated man buns, and here I am.
You got a man bun.
I got a man bun, but you know what? I'm resisting. I would rather die on my feet than to live on my knees. And for those of you who are patriots, let me bring it a little bit closer to home. A man named Thomas Paine said, give me liberty or give me death. And we're there.
That's it.
We're there, people. Resist, resist, resist. Don't stop. Don't be afraid. Better to die on your feet than to live on your knees.
Man, we touched on a lot of good stuff today.
Man, guys, thank you so much for joining us. This has been the Weekend Boost. This is KUHS The Stream. I'm with Hefe himself, man. This is what happens when you get mad. You make change. You get your voice out there, and you make a stand. Guys, everybody's looking for a hero, and I know I've been passionate and emotional today. Everybody's looking for a hero, and if you can't find one, you must be one. Thank you. We will see you next time on KUHS The Stream on Melody Drive.
Nope.
Oh, Melody Drive. We're not. That's a habit of it so long. You know, I've been doing the show over 5 years now, and I don't know if I went over 6 or 5, but it's not on Melody Drive. It's on Washington, but it is The Stream. Sorry, Henry.
I always catch. I caught it last time too.
I
We're
got
on 114th and Washington Street, high atop the Palmer Building.
Yes, with the beautiful view of all that is. Guys, we just love having you. We're so honored that you joined us. See you next time.
Way over there.